Working together with Democrats, Republicans, and Independents, we are building the people of Guam by making good on our obligations to you. Money is coming into revenue tax better, by the millions, and all of this is happening while we aggressively work to contain government borrowing, improving the security of our financial future. Through it all, I have always believed that caring for our people is at the center of our government. United, together, we are building a responsible Guam. My name is Michael F. Q. Nicholas, and I approve of this message, and I humbly ask for your vote.
News Now is brought to you by the Bank of Guam, the People's Bank, Docomo Pacific, island-wide, worldwide, the choice is clear. And Micronesia Renewable Energy, go solar for zero money down. And Colgate Optic White, whiter teeth in 1 week. From the Pacific News Center in Hagåtña, Guam, here's Clint Ridgell and Janella Carrera. Betsy Brown. Roselle Romanos. PNC Sports with Blake Watson. And weather with Rebecca Kim. With your news now.
Alfred, good evening. Thanks for tuning in to PNC's News Now. I'm Janella Carrera.
And I'm Clint Ridgell. Thanks for tuning in. Topping your news tonight. With less than 24 hours before polls open, we spoke with both Republican and Democratic Party chairmen about how they felt that their parties would fare in this election. Here's more. Republican Party Chairman Mike Benito says the campaign trail has been good for the Republicans, and he says they are confident they will do well in all races.
I hear some talk, some people have said it could be a blowout. Do you think it'll be a landslide victory for Calvo Tenorio?
Well, you know, I don't know about blowout, but I mean, right now, as we said, and all the folks that are volunteering to help Calvo Tenorio, they're going to work very, very hard all the way from up till Tuesday at 8 o'clock. You know, we take nothing for granted, you know, but we have, the responses that we've gotten have been very positive, and we're very optimistic, and I think that we're confident of victory, because again, it is about comparing records. And when you look at the record of Calvo Tenorio versus the past record of Governor Gutierrez, I don't think there's no comparison.
Benito believes they will also win the majority with 5 strong incumbents and known strong candidates like Frank Blas Jr. and Jimmy Espaldon, as well as strong younger candidates like Will Castro and Adonis Mendiola. He also thinks Metcalf was a true contender for Congress who will do well. Democrat Party Chair Roy Respicio, on the other hand, believes that the Democrats will fare extremely well, although he thinks all the races are extremely tight.
That I believe it's going to be a coin toss in every race, from the governor's race to the fight to retain or possibly obtain a Democratic supermajority, as well as the congressional race in retaining Congressman Verdalio and to send her back to Congress. And when you look at how we are being spent 20 to 1, when you look at how the opposition has spent about $1.3 million versus $193,000 that the Gutierrez Comatata team has raised and spent, and then to be able to come this far, I think the best way to explain that is that because we had a people power movement.
Respicio says that without much money at their disposal, the Democrats' campaign has really been a grassroots people movement, one that he thinks will bring them victory. The polls open tomorrow at 7 a.m. and they close at 8 p.m.
In the other news, with the issue of medical marijuana set to go before voters tomorrow, Archbishop Aparon is urging Catholics to vote against the matter. In the Archdiocese of Hagåtña's weekly newsletter, Umatunas Izuos, the Archbishop echoed the concerns previously voiced by Pope Francis on the impact of drug addiction on the lives of young people. Archbishop Aparon went on to write that attempts to legalize marijuana for medicinal purposes are not good for the island, and called it medical use for a marijuana, quote, a pseudo-medical bluff. Aparon also shared hospitalization and crime statistics from Colorado, where marijuana was approved for medicinal use in 2008 and then recreational use in 2012. PNC wanted to find out if the public agrees with the Archbishop and whether they think it's appropriate for him to ask Catholics to vote against the referendum.
I'm against it because if they use marijuana, there might be kids in the car and they'll be stolen.
The people need it, then I suggest then, yeah, they should come out and give it to them. For those who really need it.
Yeah. Do you think the Archbishop should have told people not to vote for it?
Really, it's up to whoever is. Everybody has their own rights.
Do you think he had some good points about that?
Sure. We need our island to, be peaceful and something like that. Because we really don't know what's the cause of that marijuana, if that goes to affect to law.
On the ballot tomorrow, you'll find the referendum on the second page of the ballot below the nonpartisan races.
The Guam Election Commission says the test election they held today went very smoothly. GEC Executive Director Maria Pangilinan says that their 3 new tabulators have been calibrated and are ready for tomorrow's real election. Pangilinan says they will test the machines one more time tomorrow before they actually begin counting the ballots. Pangilinan also reminds everyone that Guam law entitles both public and private employees the right to leave work for 2 hours on election day to vote.
We've been fielding a lot of telephone calls that says, is the Guam Election Commission prepared to give voters a note that says they voted? Yes, we are. We are writing little notes to the precinct officials that included in their supply box is a little 3x3 notepad, and the notepad says, I voted today.
Pangilinan says there are 51,975 registered voters, and she encourages everyone who is registered to head to the polls and exercise their right to vote.
Our island welcomes about 1.3 million tourists each year, and the Guam Visitors Bureau wants to bump that number up to 2 million by 2020. But does Guam have enough hotel rooms to accommodate that many visitors? According to the Guam Economic Development Authority, 2 investors are committed to opening up 2 hotels in Guam in the near future. PNC's Roselle Romanes has more in this report.
The Guam Visitors Bureau has a target of 2 million visitors a year by 2020. Does Guam have enough hotel rooms to accommodate that many visitors? Well, we're on our way. The Guam Economic Development Authority gives us a heads up that 2 more hotels might be built. Deputy Administrator Mana Silva Tyron tells us.
We do have a couple of hotels that submitted what's called a letter of intent, and that's kind of the introductory process that needs to take place in getting involved in our qualifying certificate program over at GITA.
When asked if the hotel is Asian-based or American-based, Tyron says it's international.
It's premature. I couldn't even tell you the name of the hotels just yet, but they did express the interest, and so we'll start seeing some real movement in that regard very soon.
Guam Hotel and Restaurant Association statistics tells us that as of last month, the average occupancy rate this year is at 76%. So far, there are about 7,400 existing hotel rooms, 145 under renovation, and 88 under construction.
There's a dire need for an increased number of hotel rooms here to meet the demand that's going to be coming in the next couple of years. The demand's already here. So we need to entice investors to build hotel rooms so we have a place to put our tourists in.
Tyron says to accommodate 2 million visitors, Guam would need new hotels that have at least 1,600 hotel rooms. She says the interested investors will be presenting their plans in the coming months. Rosal Romanes, PNC News.
All right, some breaking news to report before we go. Gas prices, I understand, did they go up? Did they go down? Do you know, Janella?
Find out after this.
Boys will be boys. And what a Saints march stopped dead in its tracks on 3 levels. What are you saying, Blake? You got to stick around for sports to find out. It's coming up.
Our people per capita suffer more cancer than virtually any other community in the United States. We must work to provide better care options, but we must also determine why rates of cancer are so high here in our community. As your senator, I will demand not only answers, but solutions. I will work for a safe and clean environment for all of our people.
I'm Hope Cristobo, and I humbly ask for your vote.
Number 8 Democrat, Chris Duenas, Treasurer.
Happy day, my friends and family. This is an election where the choice is a difference between optimism and destruction, between love and hate, and between right and wrong. We said we'd do the best job that we could, and the people would decide from there. We poured our hearts into this job. We wanted to set a new course and raise expectations and standards. And look how much we've done together. Look how much that you fill this island with love and hope for the future. Now, we have heard from some people that they are confident that we will win. There are no guarantees, and we should never underestimate our opponent. If enough people stay home and don't vote, then we could lose. So let's keep on moving in the right direction by voting together for Calvo Tenorio on Tuesday. Thank you. God bless you. We love Guam and we love you all.
People for the right direction. Emily Ompinko, Treasurer.
With so many opportunities and challenges ahead for our island, we need leaders with courage and integrity. Leaders who will make the right decisions. Decisions that benefit all our children. I'm Mary Camacho Torres. I learned from an early age that service is a privilege and a great responsibility. Our responsibility not just to fix the problems of today, but to set a better future for our children. I'm running to be your senator because while we're trying to fix what's broken today, we cannot do so at the expense of our future. Borrowing to pay today's bills means our children pay for our problems. That's not right. We must spend only what we earn. Like many of you, I am concerned that we build a future that is sustainable with opportunities for everyone. But that takes planning and a commitment to stand firm for what is right, no matter what the challenge is. This November, please give me just one of your votes for senator so I can be your voice for a better future.
Guam Committee, Mark V. Pangilinan Jr., Treasurer.
Half a day, I put Guam first because I believe in the beauty of our island and our people.
All right, Guam first.
Wampat delivers.
Judy Wampat delivers.
Judy Wampat is a trusted leader.
Judy Wampat puts Guam first.
People Wampat.
Judy Wampat delivers.
Wampat for better health care.
Wampat delivers.
Guam first. Vote for Judy.
Paid for by the Friends of Judy Wampat. Frank Torres, Treasurer.
Welcome back to News Now on PNC. If a person with suspected Ebola were to arrive on Guam, is the government prepared to handle this situation? The answer is no, according to some local doctors. But public health officials say they are ready and they have a plan in place.
And for deciding if we're ready is how serious the government is taking Ebola. If they don't think one is even going to get exposed to Ebola, we're not ready.
Some local physicians are taking a stand against Department of Public Health's claims that it is prepared to handle an Ebola outbreak on Guam. Family practitioner Dr. Vince Akimoto says last Thursday the Guam Medical Association notified Public Health that it would conduct an unannounced drill on handling Ebola.
This weekend we did our private drill to test our capabilities and to follow the advice of our public health officials. We found out that there were deficiencies.
For example, Dr. Akimoto says when they conducted their drill and contacted 911, EMTs said they had not yet been advised on what to do. There are no personal protective equipment on island, with the exception of hazmat certified personnel.
The phone number for physicians to call to talk to somebody who's got a plan, which hospital is going to receive the Ebola patient, when and if she shows up, those things aren't ready.
In fact, Akimoto says public health's reaction to the situation thus far is not acceptable. He says the response he's heard from the government is that Guam should not worry because the likelihood of Guam seeing an Ebola case is slim to none.
If the criterion for deciding if we're ready is how serious the government is taking Ebola, if they don't think one is even going to get exposed to Ebola, we're not ready. So for the government to say it's ready, but acknowledge that they haven't even talked to the private clinics in a real and constructive way.
However, Dr. Akimoto acknowledges that although the island isn't where it needs to be, it has made progress in the last few days.
We need to be ready for any disease like this, and what this is doing is it's making us stronger. It's also forcing us to deal with some unpleasant realities on the eve of an election.
In a text message, Public Health Director Jim Gillen said Public Health is in the process of training first responders, and he notes that private clinics already have guidance on what to do with a suspect patient. Gillen also says that they are ordering the CDC recommended gear to be able to handle Ebola.
And just in time for All Souls Day, the Veterans Association held a ribbon cutting for the newly expanded Veterans Cemetery last Friday. Several dignitaries were in attendance, including the governor, some senators, and military members to celebrate this auspicious event. VA Director John Pinko was the keynote speaker. He announced that there will be more expansion projects on the way. They also had a guest speaker, disabled veteran Victor Tabios, who spoke about what the Veterans Cemetery means to him.
You're doing an outstanding job trying to make this place a better place for our veterans. This is their home. This is a place of honor, show tribute, to say thank you to all the men and women that gave their time and service, and this is like your home.
And the expansion was made possible through a federal grant from the National Cemetery Association.
Over the weekend and throughout today, residents headed to the island's cemeteries to reminisce and celebrate All Souls Day. One of those residents who visited a loved one is David Mercado. Rizal Romanes shares his story.
Burial sites bloomed with colorful flowers, decors, and messages as residents celebrate All Souls Day. Among them is David Mercado and his family.
I'm visiting my dad today. He passed away about a year ago. He was 78.
David describes his father, David Mercado Sr.
He was a family man. He loved to travel, especially to the Philippines. He was a good man. He was always working, but he always made sure that there was time with the family afterwards.
David shares with us his favorite memory of his father and what All Souls Day means to him.
When I was younger, actually, he would sing to me, like some of his favorite songs, and then, I didn't like it at first, but then now that he's gone, like I think about those songs and I tend to love it now because, it reminds me directly of my dad. I think it's a day to reminisce about the loved one who has passed and to remember all the memories that they had shared with the family, friends, and the rest of the loved ones who they left behind.
Rizal Romanes, PNC News.
All right, and so Janela, before the last break, we were talking about gas prices. Did they go up? Did they go down? We were supposed to have more.
Well, why don't we check with Rebecca Kim first? She's standing by with weather.
Oh, we'll have the answer after that.
Hey, did you have your day off today? I knew it. For those who didn't take your day off today, stay hopeful. Veterans Day is coming up. Hoo-yah! Welcome to PNC's weather forecast. I'm Rebecca Kim. The Marianas might face heavy rainfall through tomorrow as a tropical disturbance is centered east of the Marianas. The heaviest rainfall might occur tonight. The amount of rain will vary from place to place, but about 3 to 6 inches of rain is possible. And thank goodness, winds are not a major threat at this point, but it can be if the disturbance intensifies faster than expected. Take a look. It will be mostly cloudy with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Tonight, an exact same condition applies to tomorrow's weather. Then sunshine comes back on Wednesday, partly sunny with isolated showers. And as of now, winds will stay moderate. Southwest winds 10 to 15 tonight, then south tomorrow, and then again it will turn southeast on Wednesday. And talking about temperature here, lows here are 75 tonight, going up to 76 tomorrow, and highs will be around 85. And on Wednesday, when no rain is expected, highs will go back to 88 degrees. And on Saipan, it will rain tonight, tomorrow as well, and of course sunshine comes back on Wednesday, just like how it is on Guam. That's it for me, and no need to freak out about the disturbance, but it is important to stay informed. Keep in touch with me. See ya!
Half a day. I am Narissa Britannia Underwood, candidate for senator. If you care about our future, then we must worry about our schools. If you want our society to be healthy, then we must educate our young. If you want jobs for the next generation, then we must provide more training and college opportunities. In almost every way, education is the engine of progress. As the superintendent of education at a difficult time, I understand how to solve educational problems. As a first-generation immigrant, I know what it feels like to be a little different. As an agate girl, I know what it is like to love Guam. As a mother, I know the difficulties facing the next generation. I want to build a community that is confident about its future and proud of its past. We can do this by providing equal opportunity plus fair treatment. It adds up to success for Guam. Please give me your vote on November 4th. Si Juice Maasi, Jen maraming salamat po. This is Narissa Britannia Underwood, and I approve this ad.
Friends for Narissa, Ricardo D. Berdalio, Treasurer.
With so many opportunities and challenges ahead for our island, we need leaders with courage and integrity. Leaders who will make the right decisions. Decisions that benefit all our children. I'm Mary Camacho Torres. I learned from an early age that service is a privilege and a great responsibility. Our responsibility not just to fix the problems of today, but to set a better future for our children. I'm running to be your senator because while we're trying to fix what's broken today, we cannot do so at the expense of our future. Borrowing to pay today's bills means our children pay for our problems. That's not right. We must spend only what we earn. Like many of you, I am concerned that we build a future that is sustainable with opportunities for everyone. But that takes planning and a commitment to stand firm for what is right, no matter what the challenge is. This November, please give me just one of your votes for senator so I can be your voice for a better future.
Guam Committee, Mark V. Pangilinan Jr., Treasurer.
When you're ready to turn up your night, turn to Bud Light Platinum, the next generation of smooth. Brewed with top-shelf ingredients for a bold, slightly sweet finish. Turn up your night and make it platinum. When you're ready to turn up your night, turn to Bud Light Platinum, the next generation of smooth. Brewed with top-shelf ingredients for a bold, slightly sweet finish. Turn up your night and make it platinum.
Half a day. This is Jerry Gutierrez. It's people like you that make Guam a special place. Ask yourselves, which team running for your governor, lieutenant governor, can you truly relate to? Carl and Gary understand your hardships. They have lived through many of the same struggles. Carl and Gary are just like you. Please vote Gutierrez Kamatauta. Sitsuus maasi and maraming salamat po.
Half a day, I am Carl Gutierrez and I approve this ad.
Paid for by GG 2014, Vince Ariola, Treasurer.
Hey, half a day, happy election eve. Welcome to PNC Sports. I'm Blake Watson. We had Week 4 Division I matches of the Budweiser Soccer League. Defending champions Rovers FC are among the current leaders. They're already 2-0. The season's just started. We have Week 4 results in the Budweiser Sports Report.
The PNC Budweiser Sports Report with top headlines and action of all your favorite local sports.
The Strikers defeated the Cobras 4-2 in Week 4 Division I matches of the Budweiser Soccer League. They had 2 goals from Marcus Lopez. In other Division I matches over the weekend, Quality Distributors defeated Dusan FC 11-1. Scott Spindle had 4. Sean Casey Jr. has 3, and Francis McJohn scored Dusan's only goal. That was in the 40th minute. In Sunday's Division II matches, Tumon defeated the Crushers FC 5-1. They were led by Thomas Shee's hat trick. Paul Atalik scored for the Crushers as well. In Saturday's late matches, we had the Big Blue defeating Hyundai Family. This is in the Masters Division. That's the Big Blue over Hyundai Family FC 5-3. 4 goals from Roy Abril and 1 from Joe Paulinos. The Strikers FC Masters, they edge out IT&E 4-3 the final. Division 1 continues tonight with the Rovers FC DI taking on the IP&E Paradise Fitness Sidekicks.
This sports report was brought to you by Budweiser. Grab some buds.
GNYFF Championship. The Cinnabon Island Saints made it to the dance in all 3 divisions, but their march is stopped short in the Matua division by the Angels of all people. I thought these two got along. Here's how it all shook down. Saints come out swinging in this one. The Cinnabon Island Saints tried to establish an early lead and mission accomplished. The Saints quarterback Devin John Manabusen calls his own number in the second quarter, sheds a tackle. He finds daylight up the middle for a 60-yard touchdown run. Saints go up first. They strike 7-0. That's what takes us into the second half. Second half, let's go. House Football Angels found themselves down 7-0 late in the third quarter, looking for that perfect moment to strike, and did they ever. The Halos get a big 4th down stop at the 50. That gives them the ball and the momentum. Number 18, Angels receiver Makoa Bamba. He snags the ball out of midair. That gives his team great field position in the red zone. Calvin Uggan, persistence is key. He scampers 5 yards to pay dirt. Touchdown, Angels. Ensuing point after ties the game at 7. That's the end of regulation. Here we go to overtime. Angels get what they need from the offensive front. They drive to within field goal range. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick, it's good. Angels edge out the victory, and they are your 2014 GNYFF Matua champs. 10-7, the final. Congratulations to House Football Angels. All right, well, that will wrap things up for the PNC Sports Report this evening. Remember, Guam's favorite sport, politics. Be sure to stay tuned to Pacific News Center right here for our election coverage. It all starts tomorrow. I'll see you then. Until then, I'm Blake Watson. See you at the game.
Want a real taste of New York? The Big New Yorker tempts you with freshly made dough rolled into 16 inches of foldable crust. It's handmade to perfection with a sweet marinara sauce and your favorite topping. And at 30% larger than our large, the Big New Yorker is only $10.99 for one topping. Bring together your family and friends for a Big New Yorker party. Each pizza is just $10.99 with one topping. The Big New Yorker, so close you can taste it. Only at your Island Pizza Hut.
Authorized by Judy Guthertz, Tony Fernandez, Treasurer.
Give Guam good government. Give Guam good government. Give Guam good government. Right now. G-U-A-M. G-U-A-M. Guam United. Guam United. Guam United accomplishes more. Buenas, ladies and gentlemen. This is Judy Guthertz. I'm number 6 on the ballot. I really need your help this election. I believe in giving Guam good government, and I also believe in working with all of Guam's leaders, because Guam United accomplishes more. Please go out and vote on November 4. And remember Judy Guthertz, number 6.
Dedido is experiencing a period of growth. New construction is happening everywhere. We need a man like Glenn in the legislature who will work with our mayors to help our families benefit from all this activity. That's why I'm voting for Glenn.
When I first came into office, I hit the ground running. I see that same drive and energy in Glenn. I know he will work hard with our mayors so that you have better jobs and lasting career. That is why I'm voting for Glenn.
I pride myself on being a hardworking mayor who's not afraid to get my hands dirty. I see that same commitment to public service in Glenn. He'll work hard to give our people the education and job training they need to succeed. That's why I'm voting for Glenn.
This year, when you play Monopoly at McDonald's, you're playing for more than $1 million. You're playing for greatness. The game you love is back. Play Monopoly at McDonald's for your shot at millions of prizes, including a one-on-one experience with LeBron James, Patrick Kane, Jamie McMurray, or Alex Morgan. So, what are you waiting for?
Let's play this game.
Half a day. I'm Betsy Brown, and this is your community calendar. Take Care Insurance, in collaboration with the American Cancer Society, And Guam Cancer Coalition will host a cancer case management, hospice, and palliative care conference this Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Tasi Ballroom at Hotel Nico. Due to limited seating, registration is required, and you can find registration forms online at takecareasia.com. Get outside and see the island's tallest waterfall this weekend. Join the Guam Boonie Stompers for a hike to Tequilo Falls. To participate, meet at Chamorro Village Saturday at 9 a.m. Bring $2, plenty of water, and please dress prepared for steep slopes and walking in water. And of course, don't forget to exercise your right to vote tomorrow. Polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Share your experience by tagging Vote Guam on all your social media posts. Email news at k57.com to see your event on the community calendar.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gary and I are going to have the people of Guam as our only business. We're going to take care of you. We're going to have Jerry Gutierrez get people helping people back to catch you on the safety net. This island cannot continue to run by the elite. We are accessible. You can see us anytime. We'll come out and look for you. We're going to help you. Mananadan menyelun hasu haji man pareo dan hamju hamian Gary hasu ne ochut onus tati haji majuda hamju ngingwad senun mijo gi typhoon gi earthquake hamian Jerry humujong pintetun sigat sumo now. Mga kababayan, ako po si Carl Gutierrez. Nananawagan na muli sa inyong lahat. Ako po ay nagnanais na kayo ay muling paglingkuran upang sa ganoon po ay maibalik natin muli ang kaayusan at pagtitiwala ng taong bayan. Mga kababayan, malapit ang halalan. Huwag kalimutan ng kaibigan, Democrat ang kanyang pangalan. Si Diyos Masi. Half a day, I am Carl Gutierrez, and I approve this ad.
Paid for by GG 2014, Vince Ariola, Treasurer.
Whether it's driving your car or burning power, the cost of oil has made it difficult for all of us. That's why we're working hard to help GPA switch to new generators that burn much less and more affordable fuels. And GPA is already adding large renewable energy projects to further reduce the amount of oil we use. Burning less oil, switching to less expensive fuels, and maximizing the use of renewable energy.
Let's continue our progress. On Election Day, I humbly ask for your vote. Together, we can lower the cost of power for all of us.
Paid for by Simon supporters.
Pat Stitching and Detailing offers complete detailing and off-island detailing for shipping. Affordable packages starting at $149 with 3M paint sealant and wax, 3M Scotch Guard, and a deep steam shampoo. Pat is your detailing headquarters. Located across GTA in Upper Tumon. Call 647-SLAM today.
Good morning.
Morning.
Your morning could use a hand. Taco Bell Steak and Egg AM Crunch Wrap with a hash brown inside. One of 5 delicious ways to get a whole breakfast in one hand.
Hey, it's already November. Not only the end of 2014 is near, but also the end of the rainy season. Hope it goes well and safe. I'm Rika Kim with weather. Hey, I'm sure you've seen our Facebook update about weather today. We might face some heavy rainfall tonight or tomorrow. A tropical disturbance centered east of the Marianas has the potential to generate some heavy rainfall. The amount of rainfall will vary from a place to place, but 3 to 6 inches of rain is possible. On the other hand, winds are not a big threat as of now, but it can be dangerous if the disturbance intensifies faster than expected, and temperature will go down a little, 1 to 2 degrees. And that's it for me, and make sure you keep in touch with me in PNC's Facebook page. I'll tell you if things get worse. See ya.
All right, so the answer is we've been waiting. Are gas prices up or down?
They are now at 5 cents down.
Less. Oh, very good. You had us.
No,
all
they're not
in
5 cents
suspense. Oh,
a gallon.
It's 5 cents less now. So what is
Yes.
it? 4.50.
So it went from 4.58. It's now 4.53 a gallon.
4.53 a gallon. That's good news. All right, from all of us here at PNC, thanks for watching. Stay maulik and have a good night.
Good night.